Hey, what's up? I'm here with Sam Shamoon and Vocab Malone. We're about to head into Mel's Diner from the show. Want to see how similar the inside is to what was on the show. I was in New York once. I saw the Seinfeld Diner. Went in there. It was totally different because they only used exterior shots. The inside was on the show, was recorded in a studio. Anyway, we were going to spend this weekend recording videos, but plans might change, so we're gonna go in here, get some food, get as much work done as we can today because I might need to head out early. This morning, saw a text from my wife. She said, "You need to call me, it's about your mom." As soon as she said it was about my mom, I had a pretty good idea of what it was about. So I called her back and she told me that my mom was found dead at the Ronald McDonald House in Morgantown, West Virginia. The Ronald McDonald House is right beside Ruby Memorial Hospital. They give a room to people who are taking care of a family member at the hospital. So, yeah, mom was there taking care of my brother Manny, whose heart, liver, and kidneys shut down a little while back because he got a bad dose of ecstasy. We were all concerned about my mom taking care of him there in Morgantown because she was doing well with us. My mom is a recovering heroin addict, so we were worried about her going back there. She was doing really well with us, away from her previous environment. But going back and being in the same area, we were hoping that, hey, since she's spending all day in the hospital with Manny, she would understand that she'd better not be going back and doing anything in her room. But she died of a heroin overdose. Now think about that. She was in the hospital every day, seeing what this had done to her son, and she was still able to go back and shoot up with heroin. Guys, this stuff has an ability to completely overwhelm your rationality, to completely overpower your rationality. And so, yep, mom's dead now. We have to figure out the situation with Manny, and yeah, so that's how things are going here. People ask me, David, why do you post this stuff? Kind of two reasons. One, I know that a lot of you out there know a lot about my family. A lot of you are friends with my wife on Facebook, so I know basically as soon as my wife starts posting stuff or other family members start posting stuff, I'm going to get a lot of questions, people asking me about what's going on. So I'm not shy. I'm happy to go ahead and post anything that's going on in my life or with my family. So that's part of it. The other part is we want our lives to have meaning, and people generally do have lives that impact others. It's good if our deaths have meaning as well. You know, people die of old age and stuff like that, but especially when lives are cut short, it's good if those have some sort of meaning. And obviously, if someone dies of a heroin overdose, that death doesn't have a lot of meaning anymore for that person. But I know that 50,000 or 75,000 people are going to watch this video. And most of you are, just going to post a nice comment. Some of you will post a nasty comment. Most lives aren't going to change by this video, but if someday one person, after watching this video and seeing what drugs do to a family, if one person decides not to stick a needle in his arm or a needle in her arm, I'm glad my family could help. And so just think about this situation, because when I posted the video about my brother Manny being in the hospital, and I was talking about what drugs do to people, there were lots of people commenting saying, drugs aren't the problem, it's the misuse of drugs, and it's people not knowing how to use them with moderation, and that's the real problem. The problem here is you don't know which category of drug user you're going to end up in, right? You don't know when you start out if you're going to be someone who can handle it or someone who can't handle it, right? Like I have an uncle who smokes weed 5 hours a day, but he's high functioning. He wakes up early in the morning, he goes to his job, he works his job all day, he comes home and he smokes, and then he smokes weed on his porch for 5 hours. So he's able to live a normal life while doing drugs. But you don't know you're going to be able to do that when you get started. No one starts out by saying, hey, I want to be a crackhead, or I want to be a meth head, or I want to be a crack whore, or I want to be a heroin addict, or I want to OD, or I want to be in a coma, or I want to die. People don't start off by saying that. You don't just take a big step from normal life to crackhead or coma. It's a series of little steps. It's a series of small decisions. So we don't destroy our lives usually with one big step. We destroy our lives with a series of small steps. So watch out for those small steps. Watch out for the small steps. They seem so simple, so innocent, and yet they will take you someplace you do not want to go. All right, I'm gonna go have an omelet because life continues and it's good to be alive.